Hey, what's up, everyone? Kino here, back with another House of Dragon reaction. I'm a day late. I forgot it came out on Sunday and I didn't watch it yesterday. Um, but I just watched the seventh episode of season two, or no, six, sorry, sixth episode, Small Folk. Um, there was some cool stuff in this episode. Um, I liked the Small Folk Rebellion. I don't think that's from the books. I do like it though. I thought it was an interesting tactic from Rhaenyra. Although I will admit it goes back to this whole thing they're doing with really painting Rhaenyra as the good one. Like even when she wages war, she wages war through food. She feeds the hungry to to wage war on the Green Army. So it's like she can do no wrong. Literally, Rhaenyra can do nothing wrong. Morally speaking, I mean, the one thing that happens in this episode is one of her Kingsguard tries to claim a dragon because she's trying to find riders for it, um, and he gets burned alive. And there's some little bit about, oh, it's her fault, but as the characters remind her, he chose to do it, so she actually doesn't bear any moral responsibility for that decision at all. So I mean, like again, it kind of goes back to how they're writing her, but I found it interesting. It was an interesting way to wage war, and it was some. I mean, it calls back to a lot of other stuff we've seen in the series of the small folk starving, blah blah blah. So, um, I thought that was kind of interesting. We got some drama with Aemond asserting himself over the council. He dismisses his mother. He calls back Otto Hightower, which hopefully we'll see Otto. But they make a point of saying that Otto isn't able to be reached right now, so not sure what they're gonna do with that. But there's some interpersonal drama. Like there's people, like there's factions in the Green side where they're not sure who to support, Aemond or Aegon. There's talk about Daron. Finally, they brought up Daron, who's in, I guess, Old Town. I thought he was studying to be a maester, but I don't think that's what they're doing. I think he's just just being raised there away from court. So, um, that's going on. More of these fucking dream sequences with Damon. I mean, we get Patty Constantine or Considine, who returns as a Viserys. I didn't find the dream sequences particularly moving. It's like, yes, I get it. Damon's reflecting on where it all went wrong. In that one moment, if he had gone to be with his brother, would any of this have happened? He might have been named heir still. Like, I get him reflecting on it. But it's just like, god damn, we have spent 5 out of the 8 episodes of this show with Damon in Harrenhal having these weird dreams, and it's like come on, enough is enough. Like 2 or 3 episodes of this I could deal with, but like 5, really? We're continuing on with this the entire fucking season. He's been there trying to rally the River Lords. Zero progress on that. I mean, I can kind of see where they're gonna end up here. Next episode, he's gonna convince the River Lords because Kermit Tully died, and he's gonna get Oscar, and they're gonna rally the River Lords and rally the lads as they're called in the books, and they're gonna go fight the Lannisters, and that'll be kind of the season ending stuff there, setting us up for again probably 2 more seasons of the show. But man, this season has been slow, like ridiculously slow, and not really full of what I would consider strong character development. Um, Rhaenyra is at a standstill, like at a pause. You could argue maybe in the finale she'll take the steps on becoming the character we think like I would expect her to become given the source material. But I don't know if they'll even do that. I kind of don't really have faith whether they'll actually make her a dark character or not. We've just seen nothing of her going down that route. I mean, I guess the closest you could say in this episode is she slaps that one guy. I don't know. It's such a one little gesture in 6 out of 8 episodes of this season. Like, maybe something big will happen in these final episodes that pushes her towards there. But yeah, I just I don't know where they're gonna go with this. The other stuff that's happening with the dragon seeds, we have Alan and Adam of Hull, who are the bastard sons of Corlys. In the books, it's not clear whose parent they are, but I think in this one they directly say that like they're Corlys's bastard sons, and they're Adam's gonna be a dragon rider. He's gonna take Sea Smoke, which it bothers me so much that they kept Laenor alive in this rendition. One, like, why would you abandon a dragon, dude? Like, is run is running off to have your gay sex in Essos so great that you will leave behind flight, the power to fly and have a fire breathing monster at your command? Are you like? It's so ridiculous to me that he would leave all that behind so he can finally be his true gay self in Essos. Like, come on, like it's so stupid. And also, Sea Smoke can't bond with another rider while Laenor's still alive. I mean, people like to defend that where they're like, well, it's never said directly that it could do it. Maybe since Laenor abandoned him, the bond is free now and he can go, someone else can ride him. It's like, sure, technically you can write whatever canon you want in this show, right? Does it really matter? No. I just find it kind of stupid that they kind of ruin this kind of magical bond that these creatures have with their owners. It's like, I don't know, like someone abandoning a dire wolf. Even like Arya and her wolf and Nymeria. Arya abandons Nymeria, but it's for her own good, and she still has this kind of psychic connection to the wolf. At least in the books. In the show, they never touched on it, but she still has the wolf dream. She wargs Nymeria in her dreams and follows her and stuff. It's like the spiritual connection that people have with these beasts in the show, or in the books at least, are a really deep like spiritual thing. And to just kind of abandon it, I think is really stupid. And the reason they did that is because they just didn't want to kill Laenor because he's a gay character. And if you really didn't want to have Rhaenyra be responsible because you want to keep her the good one, just have Daemon murder him. Daemon's a piece of shit, right? He killed his wife. He did all this other stuff. Like, Laenor should legitimately be dead to make any of this kind of stuff with Adam make sense. But, it's whatever it is. We also get a stupid fucking kiss with Rhaenyra and Mizaria, her name is. I hate Mizaria so much. I hate her stupid accent. I can kind of see what they're gonna do with her character here. I think because they're not gonna do Nettles in this series. It's clear now. Rhaena is gonna take the role of Nettles from the books. Which is, again, Nettles is just one of these like bastard dragon seed riders that they're gonna put on the dragons. And they're gonna have Rhaena do it. Sheep Stealers in the Vale for some reason. Don't know why that is, but it's clear Rhaena's gonna take her and then go with Daemon. Obviously, they're not gonna do the relationship between Daemon and Nettles from the books. I wonder then how the betrayal is gonna. I was wondering how the betrayal is gonna work. Because why would Rhaenyra be so paranoid about Daemon sleeping with someone when obviously Daemon's not gonna sleep with his daughter, right? Like they're not gonna go down that route. I mean, yes, I know they had the incest thing with his mom last episode, but they're not gonna have that. So I think instead the betrayal is gonna go to Mizaria. I think Mizaria will betray Rhaenyra, and that's what's going to make her super paranoid and stuff if they go down that route. I don't even know if they'll go down the route of making her like, again, it was all propaganda. Rhaenyra was perfect. Like, fuck off. I don't know. I found it very like, wow, we had to have these two characters, in a romantic relationship. Like, why? What? Why have this relationship of all of them be like? I mean, the reason why. But it comes out of nowhere. It doesn't feel genuine to me. I don't see a romantic connection between these characters. It feels like stupid pandering. unless they go down that route of she's the betrayer, and if Rhaenyra is like in love with her, then I guess that could make it so that it would justify her being so paranoid about stuff, kind of like Cersei, with Taena Merryweather and some of the other people she sleeps with. So I could kind of see them going down that route, but I kind of I kind of doubt they'll go down that route. Like I don't think maybe Mazzari will be killed, like Danny's relationship to Missandei, and that will make Rhaenyra super violent and stuff. But I don't know. I don't see them writing some of these characters negatively after all we've been through this season. It's just like they refuse to make anyone on the black side even the slightest bit morally complicated, besides Daemon. And they make a big deal about Daemon being crazy this season. So overall, I'm not really happy with the direction the season's taken. I feel like we wasted so much time. Don't get me wrong, there's some cool stuff. I like the attention to detail with some like the houses and like Gwaine Hightower and all the Hightower, like you saw that with the shields on. I thought that was the cool attention to detail. I thought the mention of a bunch of smaller houses like Beesbury and these other people. It'd be easy to forget a lot of this stuff, but the show does pay attention to a lot of the smaller houses. So I did like that, but I don't know. These last two episodes really had to hit it home for me, or I'm gonna kind of say this season's a waste of time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I will watch the next one next week, and we'll get back to you then. So thank y'all for watching, and stay tuned for the next reaction.